The time is now 6:53 just about on this Thursday morning, and here's what you need to know before you go.
You may want to plan for heavier traffic on the roads today. Memorial Day travel is already underway for millions of Americans. AAA expects about 39 million drivers to hit the road between today and Monday, so make sure to plan ahead. The worst congestion today is expected between noon and 9 p.m., especially between 3 and 6 tonight. AAA says it could be just as busy tomorrow during those same hours. Meanwhile, Sunday is projected to have the lightest traffic.
A wildfire burning near Brainerd Lakes is now 100% contained. The Flanders fire has burned more than 1,700 acres near Breezy Point. Fire officials warn that interior smoke and hot spots will persist for several weeks. Crews will continue to monitor, mop up, and patrol the area. Officials say the public should only report new smoke or hot spots outside the containment lines. Meanwhile, authorities are still asking for the public's help. While they didn't share specifics, authorities say they have identified people of interest. That's why they're asking anyone living around Flanders Lake to share any video clips that they may have between Friday and Sunday.
The Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College is being awarded a multi-million-dollar grant from the Bush Foundation to sustain and grow the Ojibwe language across the region. The $9.2 million grant is part of an 8-year initiative. A major component of the grant is the creation of a new Ojibwe language documentation and preservation research center focused on cultural recordings and documentation of the language for future generations. The college also hopes to use some of the funding to expand their 2-year Ojibwe language degree into a bachelor's degree program.
West Duluth Memorial Day Parade is slated to march down Grand Avenue on Monday, and being named the role of Grand Marshal is quite a huge honor. So this year's Marshal is Marine Corps veteran Dan Strew, who spends a lot of volunteer time performing military rites at the funerals of several people. Strew served during the Vietnam War aboard the USS Duluth. There is still time to get your unit into the West Duluth Memorial Day Parade. In fact, they'll take registrations right up until parade time on Monday. Marching bands are especially welcome. We've got information on how to get your unit signed up on our website.
Construction is officially underway on the new air traffic control tower at the Duluth International Airport. Airport officials held a groundbreaking for that multi-million-dollar project yesterday. Airport leaders expect the new traffic control tower to be ready by May 2028. Until then, air traffic controllers will continue working out of the current tower.